Okay, so we're going to do some word problems. And with word problems, it's really important to know what the keywords are and what those keywords mean. So let's look at example one. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, looking at example one. So the temperature in Caribou, Maine was 8 degrees Fahrenheit at noon. By 10 p.m., the temperature changed by minus 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Find the temperature at 10 p.m. Be sure to model on the number line. All right, so first thing we need to do is figure out where it started at, or what time comes first. Does noon or 10 p.m. come first? Hopefully you're saying noon comes first. So we know at noon it was 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's where I'm going to start my arrow at 8 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. And then where does that go? Or what happens to it? So by 10 p.m., the temperature changed by minus 8 degrees. And that's what we want to find, what the temperature was at 10 p.m. So we're going to take from our dot and go minus 8 degrees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees. So what was the temperature at 10 p.m.? The temperature at 10 p.m. should be 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So 0 degrees Fahrenheit is the temp at 10 p.m. Okay, so whenever you do word problems, you always have to write a sentence. You never want to just have an answer. You always write a sentence. All right, so let's look at the next problem together. And then I'll let you do the third one by yourself. So a scuba diver is practicing in a marked pool. He begins 3 feet below the surface of the water and then dives down to the 9 foot, that should say foot marker. How far did he dive? Be sure to model on the number line. So where does he start? 3 feet below the surface. So he starts 3 feet below the surface. So he starts here. And then he dives down to the 9 foot mark. And then he dives down further to the negative 9 foot mark because we're 9 feet below the surface. So how far did he dive? So what's the difference from the 3 foot marker to the 9 foot marker? How far did he dive? He dove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He dove 6 feet. So he dove 6 feet to get to that 9 foot marker below the surface. All right. So I want you to pause the video and try example 3 on your own, okay? All right, so hopefully you know that they earned $42, so that's what their check should have been. And then when you purchase something, you really subtract it, okay? So we should have done 42 minus 8. And then remember, when you add or subtract numbers, you have to be careful with borrowing and things. So you should have had a $34 check for that week. All right, so below is your homework, so get started on that for me.